Hi, I'm Tara Chadzakis from Tara Chadzakis Coaching. I work with people who want to leave the 9 to 5 and become entrepreneurs. And in doing that, part of the process is looking at the mindset and the limiting beliefs that come up when we're trying to transition and change into being our own bosses. Now, the mind is a really powerful thing and it controls a lot of what we do. And most of the things that it controls us by are subconscious behaviors that we don't even realize that we're doing them. And we aren't really aware. If we're not aware of them, then we can't consciously make changes to change them and shift our reality into a different mindset. So, for example, your mind is what is creating the reality around you. Your current reality is a combination of all your past thoughts, beliefs, and actions. And so, by saying that, going forward, we can see that if we want a different reality, we need to have different thoughts, a different mindset, different actions, and different beliefs. And the reason this is important is because your brain creates shortcuts because it has so much information coming at it all the time that it can't possibly process everything that comes into its sphere. So it just picks the things that it's used to seeing and it recognizes them. So it takes them because it knows how to deal with those things. It knows the kind of feeling those situations or products or items, whatever, or people create in your body. And it takes the things that it believes will create a good feeling. So, for example, if you see chocolate, you've got an association with it that could be pleasurable. So, you recognize the chocolate. If you see a certain person that you really like, that's your friend, your brain recognizes that that person makes you smile. So you see them in the street, your brain recognizes that they're there. But there's lots of things that are around you that you don't see because your brain isn't used to seeing them. And so instead of it taking the time to process what is in front of it, it simply shuts out what's there and just moves on to the next thing that you're used to seeing. Now, your brain does this because it wants you to be safe. It's this 2,000-year-old primitive caveman brain going on in your head, still there, that looks out for all the dangers to try and keep you safe. And that's fair enough. But nowadays, we're not being chased by dinosaurs or saber-toothed tigers or being beaten to death by the man next door because we've got meat and he hasn't, and all these kind of things. So we have different dangers. And the brain has identified pain, emotional pain, not just physical pain, with something that we have to avoid. So, as you're growing as an individual, or if you're growing in your business, there are certain steps that you have to take that are uncomfortable. They're going to help you grow. They're going to make you a different person, but you're going to level up in your business, for example. And the brain doesn't like that. It sees that as a threat. It sees that uncomfortable feeling as a pain that it needs to avoid. So it'll make things happen. I'll make you do things that try and stop you from moving forward so you don't have to experience that pain. So it's a safety mechanism, and that's really cool. It keeps us safe, and that's its job. However, it also stops us from growing and it stops us from tapping into our full potential because realistically, our potential is at the other side of the comfort zone. If we had our full potential now, we would be living the life of our dreams, but we're not. And we tend to focus on the fact that we're not, which means that we have more of the not in our lives. So every time you're thinking, I want more money, I want more success, I want better health, I want to live in a different neighborhood, I want a better relationship, whatever it is, the fact that you're wanting these things is identifying that you have a lack of those things in your life. And you probably heard the saying that where focus goes, energy flows. And that's a matter of what you're focusing on, you're giving your energy, your attention to, and your mind is concentrating on that one thing, which is bringing that into reality, into existence. So, for example, if you're focusing on feeling very happy and you're walking down the street, chances are that you will see somebody that makes you happy, or you'll see something in the street that makes you happy to make you even happier because your brain is focusing on the fact that you're happy. And as I said, where focus goes, energy flows. So the more focus you give to something, the more of your energetic vibration is going to go towards that outcome. And you're going to resonate with more of the things in life that bring that out. So if you're focusing on lack of financial stability or unhappiness for some area, you're focusing on that. And the more you're focusing on it, the more the brain is thinking, let's find more of that, because she's focused on it. She's concentrating on that one thing. She's concentrating on feeling sad. She's concentrating on feeling unhappy. She's concentrating on feeling undervalued in her workplace. Let's give her more of that because she's focusing on it. So it means it's really important to her. So every time you're focusing on things that you don't want, the fact that you're focusing on them, because it's, when you're in that situation and you don't have enough money, it's not easy to shift your mind to something else. It's going to be a worry. You're going to be thinking about it. But the more that you're thinking about it, the more your brain is focusing on it and the more that it's bringing that into reality. Now, I just want to do a quick experiment with you so you can see how powerful the focus of the mind is, and how when it's focused on one thing, nothing else matters. So if you just take a minute now just to have a quick look around your room. I presume you're in your living room or bedroom, or a space that you know. So have a look around, see how many things in that room are the color brown. Look at all of them, look at them, see how many you can find. Maybe you could count them. Maybe there's 10, 20 things in your room that are brown. Have a good look around the space that's surrounding you and look at everything in that room that's brown and focus on finding all the brown things in that room. That's going to be your primary focus for the next few seconds. Everything in that room that's brown is your focus. Okay, great. So you've got everything in the room that's brown. We've focused on it. We know where everything in the room is that's brown, and we have seen it by ourselves with our own eyes. So now I want you to, if it's safe, close your eyes and imagine the room again. Picture the room in your mind's eye. Now I want you to look through the vision that you're having and see everything in that room that's the color red. Chances are you will struggle to find the red things in the room. And the reason for that is that you told your brain to focus on the brown things in the room. And that's exactly what it did. You didn't tell it to focus on the red things. So it's blocked out everything in the room that's red. If you open your eyes now and you look around, you'll see things that are red that you hadn't been able to picture in your mind because you weren't telling the brain to look for red. So if you think about that on a larger scale in your life, if you're focusing all the time on things that make you unhappy, things that make you sad, your brain is focusing only on those things. So it's not looking for the things that are going to make you happy. It's not looking for the things that are going to bring you more financial abundance, more happiness, more joy, more love, more laughter. So we have to retrain the brain. It's not easy. I'm not saying it is, but it's so worth it. And the more you shift your brain to looking for the positive things and the happy things, the more you're going to find these things showing up in your life. Because when you're seeing one and you're seeing another, and your body's responding to the fact that it likes the feeling of being happy and joyous and abundant and plentiful, it's going to look for more situations, people, opportunities that are going to bring more of that into your life. Now, it's not an overnight switch. If we changed reality that quickly, the world would be in utter chaos because things would be changing every 2 minutes, boom, 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 as we changed our minds. So a reality shift is something that's gradual, but it will start happening immediately. As soon as you decide to start focusing on the things that are good, that make you happy, make you smile, make you feel energized and passionate and excited, the universe was going to start bringing you more of those things into your life, more and more. Now, a good way to get started, if you're struggling and you find that you're reverting back to the old focus quite a lot, you can get a notebook. You can start writing down things that make you happy as you see them, as you notice them, as you experience them. You could even get a gratitude journal. this, for example, it's got 30 days in it, and it's got days to write down everything that you're grateful about, but it's also got activities and prompts and fun experiments and different things that you can do to try and bring more gratitude into your life, to make you happier, to find experiences that bring more joy into your life. And so change the focus that your mind has and brings you the focus of being happy. Now, I would love you to tell me how you've done with this experiment. As I say, it's not overnight, so you're going to have to come back and tell me again. But just see the changes that you're making in your life. When you start to focus on the lack or the scarcity or the sadness, try and shift that round. And if you're in an unhappy job, find things there that make you happy. Find things that you're grateful for in that job. It could just be the fact that you have a car park to park your car so you don't have to walk far, or you don't have to pay for parking where you are. Just little things like that. Now, the universe is not going to bring you more car parks, but it's going to bring you things that are going to create the same happiness and joy and gratitude in your life. So think of the things. You're going to work, you have money to pay for the bills, you have electricity, so you have lights, you have running water, you have a heated office when you get to work, you have food on the table. All these things can shift your focus from the fact that I don't have enough money, for example, to move house or to go on holiday or to treat my children or anything. Think of the things that you've got right now, be grateful for them, shift the focus to being happy rather than looking for the things that you're unhappy about. You know, if I ask you to write a list of the things that you want over the next 12 months, I'm sure that the first at least 5 things are going to be things that you don't want to be in the same job anymore. You don't want to be in the same neighborhood anymore. You don't want to be in the same relationship. You want more financial abundance. So it's the things that you're reverting to the lack of not having these things. So shift your mindset, shift your focus, see where your energy flows on a different level, and start creating a shift in your reality. I'm so excited to share this with you. I really hope you put this into practice because it's going to make a massive difference in your life. So sending you lots and lots of love and blessings. I hope you have a fantastic day, and please come back and tell me how great the experiment went.